Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for coming today. With me today, I have Mr. Brent Mead, the Department of Transportation and Works Deputy Minister, and Mr. Gary Goss, an Assistant Deputy Minister with the Department of Transportation and Works. I know that you just received a technical briefing from Department officials, but before opening the floor to questions, I'd like to share some brief remarks and provide an update on the status of the tender for the road work in Labrador. I would also like to use this opportunity to recap the chronology of events and the factors that led to where we are today. As I have stated previously in interviews and in the House of Assembly, there was a catastrophic event in the form of forest fires that raged in Labrador and Quebec last summer. That act of God prevented the company from proceeding with the work and impeded its ability to complete the contract. The threat of forest fires, like we experienced last summer, and unfortunately experienced again just this past weekend in my district again, is very real. I believe that the seriousness of last year's fires has been significantly understated. As the MHA for Labrador West, I can tell you that the ability of contractors to transport products and to work in those conditions was next to impossible. It was a state of an emergency, and 2,500 people were evacuated from their homes. Following those fires, the company went back to complete the work until the end of the construction season. To that point, Humber Valley Paving had fully completed the prep work on the 80 kilometres of highway between Happy Valley-Goose and Churchill Falls and successfully paved 20 kilometres. Let me be very clear that Humber Valley Paving was only paid for the work that they completed on that contract. In February, the company was looking to recover costs it incurred as a result of the fires. This request was denied as the department was not responsible for those costs. On March 13th, Humber Valley Paving advised departmental officials it could not complete the project at the current price and asked to terminate the contract. Before making the decision to terminate the contract, the Department of Transportation and Works considered a variety of factors, including the act of God, the positive working relationship that we had since 1996 with Humber Valley Paving, and the opportunity to combine this work in a large tender that was ready to be released and minimize costs. With only a short window of time, we saw the advantages of including the remaining work in a large tender and the opportunity it created for operational efficiencies and a better overall price. We also saw it as our window to get that project completed this year. It was a decision we stand by today and was based on the best available information at the time. The tender closed on Friday, May 30th. Over the last number of days, our standard review was undertaken to confirm that the bid is compliant. Today, I am pleased to announce that Pavex Paving has been awarded a contract to complete $37.2 million in advancements to the key transportation infrastructure in Labrador. This investment highlights the progress that is being made to complete the Trans-Labrador Highway and our government's commitment to making improvements to the province's transportation infrastructure. It is helping connect communities and create new opportunities for residents and businesses. And I think it's very important that this 60 kilometres that we've talked about is the final link to join Labrador West with Labrador East. The contract at work includes the paving of the remaining 60 kilometres between Happy Valley-Goose and Churchill Falls, as well as asphalt repairs on Hamilton River Road, paving of 80 kilometres going south between Happy Valley-Goose and Cartwright Junction, and 3 kilometres of widening and paving at the Trans-Labrador Highway Happy Valley-Goose intersection. On the individual 60 kilometres of paving, it is higher than the cost of the original tender, but overall we benefited from combining such a large collection of roadwork in a single tender, as we came in within budget and will meet project timelines. On the whole, our approach has demonstrated value, and we will be able to have this work completed this year. And that was one of my main goals. The important thing, especially for the people of Labrador, was to have this work completed this year. The cost to tender any parts individually would have been much higher. We realize that. By combining such a wide scope of roadwork in one contract, we achieved a core objective of securing a better overall price for Newfoundlanders and Labradorians. The fundamental decision to combine large projects such as the Bay de Spear Highway and the Bayvert-Springdale, as well as in Labrador, is focused on ensuring value for money, timely completion of work, and better planning for the industry. Our approach continues to stand as the best option to get work completed faster and at optimum value.